All right, we're live. Hi, my name is Leighanne Jordan, and welcome back to my show. This week, I'd like to introduce Prince Mugabo. Prince, welcome to my show.
Thank you. Feels good to be here.
Prince and I actually filmed last week, but we had some technical difficulties, so now we get to do it again.
We're back.
So thanks for being back.
Of course, yeah.
Prince is a senior here at Bellarmine, and you're studying philosophy.
Yeah.
And you're minoring in biochemistry?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to talk a little bit about your experiences here at Bellarmine?
Yeah, so I actually came in as a biology major, and somehow I found myself more interested in philosophy than I was in biology, but I still kept that pre-med track. So ever since then, it's been a pretty smooth ride, to say the least. For all the people that I've met here, all the experiences, and just making those connections, it's been a great experience.
And I know that when you're not in class, you're involved with a lot of organizations and student-run organizations here on Bellarmine's campus.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to explain a couple of those that you're involved in and what your experience has been like?
Yeah, so I'm actually the president for the Multicultural Association of Pre-Health Students. It's like a pre-health club, just like finding opportunities and working with various like professional schools for students interested in pursuing a pre-health career, whether that being medical, physical therapy, nursing, and stuff like that. I'm also the vice president for the philosophy club, which is not as famous as it sounds. But we have amazing conversations in there. It's a great place where we can get together and just like argue, but leave the room knowing that we've learned something from each other. And I'm also a senior class representative in SGA, so it's
very well-rounded.
Yeah.
When you may have seen Prince actually last 2 weeks now, when you're not on campus and you're not involved with all those organizations, Prince was actually nominated and won homecoming court,
Yeah.
which is very exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Would you mind sharing that experience? What was it like being on the basketball court? They won, Bellarmine won, so that was exciting, but your experience?
It was an experience, to say the least. It was a really, really great experience and an honor to be knighted at the game and be named the Knight of Honor. But in a sense, it kind of like forced me to kind of like sit down, reflect on my journey at Bellarmine and everything that I've been through, how it has all accumulated to that specific moment, but also to what's to come in the future. So it was very, very special.
Perfect way to kind of end your senior year and career here at Bellarmine. Yeah, so speaking of wrapping up here at Bellarmine, you're graduating in May.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most?
Just not being in school, that's for sure. But also I'm looking forward to just, get to spend some time with my family and, with my siblings,
Mm-hmm.
just not thinking about school or stuff that I'm doing that are related to school, even though a couple months after that I'm heading back to do more school. But just like, that time I get to spend with my family, I cherish that a lot because my little siblings are growing up and, I'd like to be a part of that.
That's very sweet. You said a little bit that you're going to go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that?
So, like I mentioned earlier, I'm still on the pre-med track,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm hoping to either pursue my master's in biomedical science or somewhere in bioethics before I start medical school. So I'm just going to take this next year to do that and then start my application to medical school.
You looking forward to it?
It's a scary transition, but
Mm-hmm.
an exciting one.
Exciting.
Like any
Absolutely.
new beginnings.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you get that little break to be around your family and relax a little bit from school. Speaking of relaxation, spring break is next week.
Man, can't wait.
Me neither. Do you have any plans?
I'm actually going to Kansas City with one of my good friends, Omar. I'm going to see his family, so I'll be there for all of spring break and hoping to have a good time.
Yeah. Have you ever been?
Not in Kansas City particularly, but I've been around the Missouri area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Kansas City just won the Super Bowl, so
Yeah.
it's an exciting place to be right now.
Most definitely.
That'll be fun. Anything else you're looking forward to this semester? Events or anything you're involved in?
I'm looking forward for senior week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. It's a party week. Just celebrating these past 4 years and everything that we've been through with everyone together, not in our own little departments.
Mm-hmm.
So looking forward to that.
And I know that we talked a little bit about earlier how we're ready to graduate. Yes. But if you had advice for anyone younger, any underclassmen throughout your journey, since you are going to graduate and we're that close, what would your advice be?
I would say take your time, figure out what you want for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
not what you think you want for yourself, because I think those two are two different things in a sense. But also take the time to have fun. 4 years flew by, and you don't want it to be 20 years down the line and thinking back you're like, oh, I spent every living moment in the library basement just studying. Make those memories, because some of the people you meet in college are going to be your best buddies for life. So
Mm-hmm. They do fly by,
yeah.
especially when you have COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wanted to ask you a little bit, when you're not winning homecoming court or involved in your many clubs and extracurriculars, what do you enjoy doing?
So I played soccer growing up, so I like to just go on the field, kick around,
Mhm.
walk on Bardstown, even go to the surf to lift. It's a great way to just de-stress and block everything else that's going on, and taking care of your mental health.
It's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's midterm week. How are you feeling?
Overwhelmed.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here. I really appreciate that during midterm week.
Yeah.
But
Appreciate it.
so I guess we'll wrap up. But thanks for being back again. Loved interviewing you, and that's it. That's it. Leighanne, Jordan, and Prince Mugabo on Knights Media Network, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.